Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of our Tomb of Annihilation playthrough. To summarize last session, we started off back in the Thundering Lizard Tavern, where we met Mordai Lo and Yenben. We discovered that Mordai Lo had originally intended to join our adventuring party in Baldur's Gate and move with them into Chult, but got left behind because Barbara forgot or was too drunk to remember. Well, he had fallen asleep in the gutter outside of a tavern in Baldur's Gate. Mordai had managed to camp out in a nearby alley. Mordai somehow managed to find his own way to Chult and encountered Yenben after receiving some assistance from Yenben, who is a large, soft-spoken bugbear covered in stark white fur with a common interest in aiding the party in their objectives. He brings enough knowledge to safely guide the party through a limited region of Chult. The party also went on to participate in some dinosaur racing, and we learned that gambling is confusing and I don't know how ratios or odds work. We won some money, lost some money, betting on some dinos with names like Big Honker and Mountain Thunder. And after the first round of bets, one of the riders was injured and another was offended enough to outright leave, giving Lenora and Yenben the opportunity to ride in the second race. And apparently Lenora has decided that they are adopting the dinosaur that they were riding, a Hadrosaurus named Banana Candy, affectionately nicknamed Banana Hammock. After an unsuccessful attempt at sabotage and then a later successful attempt at sabotage, Yenben won the prize money for the race, a purse of 250 gold, on top of the money that both Lenora and Yenben got just for riding in that race. Now, with their pockets significantly heavier than they were when they had arrived, our party decided on leaving first thing in the morning, giving them the rest of the afternoon and evening to finalize and prepare anything they need before they embark on their journey to find and destroy the Demonetation Monger, save the life of their patron, and lift the curse that's fallen upon Faerun once and for all. And with that, I'd like to step back and go around table. Quickly introduce yourselves. Let's start from the left. On the left of your screen, Galadremen, Missy Joe, Bob the Krill, Jay, and Treviathan. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Very clever.
I walked into it. I did it last time, and I did it again. So, how are y'all doing?
Well, excited to take my dinosaur home.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic. Ready to see where this goes.
Fair enough.
I'm excited
So-
to take a dinosaur home.
I'm also excited to take a dinosaur home.
Everybody just grabs a harness and starts walking. Just pick one. But really, how do you plan on walking out of here with this Hadrosaurus?
He's walking with me already, so we're just gonna keep going.
It followed me home, officer, I swear.
How long does Speak with Animals last? Do you still have it? Would you still have it up?
I'm pretty sure it's all day until a long rest.
I thought Speak with Animals was like an hour.
Speak with Animals is 10 minutes. You're
Yeah,
thinking of the Baldur's Gate version.
But I cast it ritually. It doesn't take a spell slot.
It still only lasts 10 minutes, though.
Doesn't matter. I will keep doing it.
the race still just alternate 10 minutes. 10 minutes on, take 10-minute break to cast the ritual again. 10 minutes on, take 10-minute break to cast the ritual again.
Yeah, this campaign is going to take forever. You're welcome.
But it would still be up. The race itself did not take 10 minutes for them to run around the track. So you can still talk to Banana Candy.
I think the last time, I can't remember what I said to him, but I think I invited him to come with me on our adventure and to go get snacks. And he said that, okay, and we just started walking off, and I'm pretty sure Galdreman is right behind me.
All right. So do you just start walking out of the arena?
I think so.
I think if we just stroll casually enough
Okay.
and pretend like, we've got to really convey that this is your dinosaur and
Mhm.
we're just taking it home with us and this is what's happening.
Exactly. We'll just walk with a lot of confidence and like we belong there.
I feel like this is a deception check.
Is this a Lenora deception check or are we both doing it?
If Kenna's helping, then Lenora can roll with advantage.
I will help.
I am glad you did. First roll was a 9, second one's a 19 on the die. Deception. So a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, hey? Well, the nearest guard doesn't notice. They failed their sense motive, and you now have Banana Candy in your possession, following you.
Heck yeah, guys.
Congratulations, you have a dinosaur.
My life is complete.
Where do you take this dinosaur? By the way, actually, before you answer that, these dinosaurs are racing dinosaurs, so they do all have special paint jobs and dyes that have covered their scales. I forgot to say that before. That's a very exciting part of it. And since I forgot to describe it, what do you think Banana Candy has as their racing paint job? You're muted.
I imagine having like a lightning bolt, but it's yellow with like a purple stripe like following underneath it.
Nice.
Down both sides of like the tail and like the side of their body.
Love it. Like a Lightning McQueen racing stripe.
Yeah, similar.
Amazing. So as you leave with this brightly colored dinosaur, you remember that there is also a place where you could buy a Triceratops around this area. It is, it belongs to Ifin Talroa's Beasts of Burden. Ifin Talroa's. Yeah. They are one of the merchant princes.
Can I buy a spelling?
IFAN TALRO apostrophe A. Ifin Talroa.
Q.
Resident note taker, I thank you. So, for those watching at home, resident note taker, every table needs one.
It's how I
But
got
if
two
you go-
characters so quickly in this campaign.
Exactly. But if you want to purchase more dinosaurs, that would be the place to go. After your $250 gold purse, you would definitely be able to afford more.
Well, dinosaurs are only as good if we know where we're going.
As I read my mind, Jay. As our resident local / guide, is one dinosaur enough for 5 people to go on a trek?
Depends on how far you're going.
Is it dinosaur for baggage? Is it dinosaur for...
It would have
One
a
or
pretty
more
good
riders?
carrying capacity. It would be large enough for a person to ride, but for your purposes, it would probably be more valuable as a pack animal. Because don't
And
forget, you gotta drink a lot of water, bring a lot of food, stuff like that.
Oh, and it will need to eat as well.
True. But since it is indigenous to Chult, if given enough time during a long rest, it will be able to find grazing areas.
So we need to buy all the supplies for the dinosaur. And us. Because it has a riding harness, not like
It would
carrying
need.
many gallons of water harness.
This is true. It has a racing saddle, not a cargo saddle. Sorry, could
Then
you
we
say
should
that
probably
again,
go
Kayla?
to the dino place.
We can probably buy like a saddle that, oh my god, for storage. My brain just turned off.
Definitely. Yes, you could absolutely do that. Is that what you were saying too, Jaden?
Yes, that was.
Yeah, sorry. I just heard Kayla say something, couldn't make out what it was because the mic didn't pick it up. I didn't mean to. Is that where we want to go next? Is to look at the Beasts of Burden shop, or
Let's start our shopping montage.
Yeah, probably to the Beast of Burden, get their dino all properly suited up.
Shopping
Yeah.
episode!
Get it out.
yay! So y'all go over to. Oh, now my Roll20 isn't loading. Y'all head to. Yeah, in the Turkey Anchorage, there's a shop. It is Iffin's Beasts of Burden. You see the great big sign. There's a lot of real estate to work with there. It's not necessarily it's less of a brick and mortar thing and more of it's got the stables, and there's a lot of grassland fenced in areas. It's more pens than anything, but they have a wide variety of animals. The ones that stand out most to you are flying monkeys, giant lizards, hadrosauruses, ankylosauruses, deinonychuses, flying snakes, and there's also several triceratops for sale. And the merchant prince himself is present and available running the shop, saying he's a small man, rather almost hunched, and his eyes dart from side to side frequently. But he also carries himself with a certain level of authority, being a merchant prince. So, how do you approach him?
Question first.
Mm-hmm.
What is a merchant prince?
They are the 9 richest people in Port Nyanzaru. All trade goes through them. There's essentially people who run 9 different monopolies. Ifen's monopoly, in particular, is in trading beasts and animals. And you've already heard the name of another one, whose name is... That's not where I wanted to go. Wakanga Otamu, which is the person that Syndra Sylvain is staying with while she is in Chult.
Can I get a spelling on that one too?
Wakanga, Wakanga, Otamu, O''Tamu.
And what would be his monopoly?
Who are you
Also
asking?
Merchant Prince? Would I know that information?
Probably not. But Kenna or Yenben
enough.
might, if they're willing to make a history check.
Sure. I can make a history check. See if I.
I will as well. I am not a bright man. $15.
All right, Kenna, can you get any better? There we go. That's a 17. So on a 17, I'll say you know that Wakanga Otamu is the only spellcaster among the merchant princes of Port Nyanzaru. And his monopoly is on potions, scrolls, and spell components. Sometimes he'll even enchant items for the other merchant princes. So, what you want to do?
How much for a flying snake?
Who are you asking? Are you just walking right up to Ifen?
Right up to Ifen, yeah.
He goes, flying snake, they are 250 gold pieces. Would you like one?
I don't
Float
have.
like a butterfly, bite like a snake.
Let me check my my coin purse here. I believe would you be able to do 6 gold pieces?
Oh no.
6 gold pieces and a crisp high 5.
Someone who's just read The Art of the Deal, apparently.
Please leave. Right now. Get out of this store.
Noted. I'll just back up to the back of the group.
I'm gonna walk forward and well, good afternoon or good morning. I'm not really quite sure what time it is. I'm wondering if you have any saddles for my brand new Hydrosaurus, which I've tied up outside to a post, hopefully. I'm looking for like saddlebags, something for storage. I think we're going on a long adventure, so anything that would help us in that way.
Just give me a quick second. I want to do a roll here. Is he gonna see? Okay, passive perception of 12. Yeah, I'll say he probably wouldn't notice.
Notice what? Oh.
The specific dinosaur that you have tied to the post out there. That's still wearing its iconic paint. Its telltale colors, if you will.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
So, he says, What, you said it's for a dinosaur outside? What kind of dinosaur is it? What size?
They are large. It's a Hydrosaurus.
It's a Hadrosaurus.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. A Hadrosaurus saddlebags and cargo and a more heavy-duty saddle. Will you be fighting with this Hadrosaurus?
Well, he seems a little squishy, but anything that might help protect him a little bit might be really great.
A little bit of light barding.
Yeah.
All right. So that's fine. I'll get you 2 saddlebags. That should be enough to carry a decent amount of supplies, some items and things. I'll get you a new saddle, lightweight with some barding, and we're looking at 2,000 gold pieces.
Holy smokes. I'm just gonna kind of like look back at Yen Ben a little bit. Hey, how much did you win again?
Not 2,000 gold.
Okay. Could you give me an itemized price list of everything you've just mentioned?
Absolutely. For the 2 saddlebags, each saddlebag is about 50 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, 50 gold for the 2 of them, 25 each.
Mm-hmm.
Then the saddle is going to be another 250. And then the barding is the majority of the cost. That'll be the rest of it.
Right.
So that would be 1,700, I think. Yes, 1,700.
Okay. So it's 300 gold for the extra saddlebags and...
Do you already have a saddle for the creature?
Well, it's a riding saddle. I guess it
If
would
we
work.
just strap on some saddlebags to it, it should still help a fair amount. Also, a healthy amount of rope is often good, and some good balance is enough for a lot of items as well.
We're more interested in being able to use it as a beast of burden.
Oh, what if I just got you a cart?
That would be wonderful.
Right.
I'm so glad that there's
Where
smarter
will you
people
be just pulling things around town?
Tianben looks down at his armor and like the giant bow across his shoulder. We're going into the jungle.
Yen Ben,
Cart could have a hard time there. Yes, Kenna.
can I ask you a question aside about the quality of the roads in the jungle?
It's a jungle.
Well, I'm just
Mostly uncharted.
I'm just a little worried about the cart, as it has wheels. If we don't have good road, then we might find ourselves stuck.
Good road, nothing. There's no road. There's going to be deer paths. So, I believe Prince Talroa was coming to that same realization you were. You just got there a little bit quicker.
All right, so what I'm hearing is it seems to me you're a band of adventurers, you're going out in the jungle, going to put up some fisticuffs with some zombies, fight some dinos, come home richer than you left out, right? That's the plan?
General idea.
And you managed to get your hands on a dinosaur. Where did you get the dinosaur from?
It followed us home.
So it's not so you've already been out in the jungle and it followed you into town? An untrained dinosaur is a liability. Really, I would be doing you a favor if I were to buy this dinosaur off of you instead.
I don't think we're in the market to sell our dinosaur today. I don't know how the rest of us feel about that. I can look at Leonora and also Yen Ben.
Some of us have grown quite attached to the creature.
We've become super close. I don't think You'd ever walk away from us?
I presume Lenora has like Disney princess eyeballs. Just absolutely.
Oh God, yeah, she does.
Well,
Totally
you're
does.
an Eladrin, aren't you? Isn't that? Or
I'm just a wood elf,
oh, a wood elf. Yeah, you're a Disney princess. Let's be real.
and I've got like big curly hair, like wearing like lots of greens, and like I
Flowers
probably
go
look
through
like
it.
I've come out of the forest.
So it's definitely plausible.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Big old Disney princess eyes. So
They're big and green, just so you know.
fair enough. I don't know. They can't be Disney then. Everything evil is lime. That's the or everything vile is lime. That's the rule.
To be fair, Rapunzel has green eyes.
I stand corrected.
They're
I
just
thought they
not
were
lime
blue.
green.
Don't out Disney me.
Sorry. Don't argue with the DM.
And the stream descends into chaos.
There we go. Exactly. We're lost.
Was
All
not
right.
arguing, not rules. Disney
know,
facts.
I know. So, you're trying to get your dinosaur to carry more in the jungle. Mobility is probably going to do you better. I'd say let's just get, instead of the two, I'll make you a deal. I'll give you the saddle. Just the riding saddle. It has some built-in saddlebags on its own. The saddlebags I was throwing in would give you extra carrying capacity. But if we just want the saddle with straps and latches that you can use to tie on bags of cargo, then I'll give it to you for 200.
And space for barrels of water and whatnot.
Right. That you can lash those to either side. Do you have barrels for the water?
Was just gonna ask you if you have those supplies or kind of hook up for them.
Not on hand. Something like that you might be able to ask nicely at a local cistern. There's plenty of them throughout the city. They're all rain-fed.
Do we need some rope before we go? How are we all on inventory?
Does everybody have rope?
I got rope, but more rope, more better.
I got rope.
Yeah,
Swinging it
I've got
around.
50 feet.
I can help. I got rope.
Perfect.
Oh god, the dinosaurs are gonna think he's trying to rope them. He's gonna get us all killed.
Full cowboy dinosaur.
I
Yeehaw.
forgot what dinosaurs sound like, and I almost went. Wait a second.
We don't know. That could totally be it.
Yeah, that's what a hadrosaurus sounds like.
Prince Talroa, I think that Triceratops is sick.
And
And that
No,
one
those are
has
the
a
flying
spot and
monkeys.
wants to solve mysteries.
that's what the flying monkeys sound like. In fact, actually, one of the flying monkeys comes over to the fence near where you are, perches on the fence, and just starts staring at you like,
Staring at which one of us?
I'm gonna say Mordai Low.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna stare back and create a bond.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
Could I also intuit from this monkey whether Mordai is going to get its face torn off?
Make an animal handling check.
Yeah, I was gonna help on that one too. If I may.
I got an 8.
So, Yenben, I'm gonna say you've encountered at least one flying monkey in the past, and they are sneaky little thieves. And just as you notice that, you see that there was actually another flying monkey that was sneaking up behind Mordai Low. So this one is just staring at him, playing the mirror game. but you feel like the actual intention is the one behind him is going to try to snatch something from him. Does Yenben do anything with this information? Oh, you're typing.
You talk way too fast for me to take notes.
It's all right.
No.
To be fair, your notes are very involved, Trevor. Maybe just RP and we'll try and remember.
Yeah.
When you're in the conversation.
Yeah. All right. Fair. This is why I don't talk much. I think Yenben is a sneaky bastard.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very stealthy person. So I think he is then in turn going to sneak up behind the monkey. Pardon me, Prince. And just sneak up to the monkey and, in full view of the prince, gently scruff the monkey.
Like on its head? Or
Like,
its neck?
The scruff of the neck.
Yeah, okay.
You know, in a way that's not going to hurt the creature.
So, Mordai, you suddenly hear a from behind you. Do you turn around?
There's.
As you
I'm gonna
turn
and be like,
around,
"Ah, ooh."
the other monkey jumps at you and tries to steal your coin purse. Make a reflex save. Or a dexterity save. And
Roll 11.
this will be against the monkey. I gotta pull those stats up. The flying monkey has your coin purse and runs away. Flies back.
That's.
How much gold did you have in your purse?
That was rude. Hey, that was kind of. Hey, come on, that was mine. Rude.
It sounds half like a crow, half like a monkey, and half like just an asshole laughing at
That's terrifying.
Thanks, I hate it.
you. You're welcome.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dinosaurs sound like horses. Monkeys sound like the bully on the playground. This place is freaking weird.
Okay.
Whereabouts
So-
is the monkey? Is it like perched on something?
It flapped back into the pen that you were outside of, talking to the proprietor.
I don't feel like I belong in this type of establishment. I will go and wait by the dinosaur. I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna make sure that no one comes near the dinosaur.
I get. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was,
Nope.
I was gonna be like, that's rude. I need that to do some shopping, and then with that phrase, do some shopping, I'll cast my mage hand near the monkey to try to grab my coin purse back.
So you cast Mage Hand, and it sees this purple translucent hand appear in front of it. That goes and tries to snatch it. So I'll have, against your spellcasting modifier, just make a spellcasting check, I guess, and we'll do a contested
Just
check
with
there
my
to
spell
see.
attack bonus. With my spell attack.
Proficiency plus your spell
save
attack,
DC.
or proficiency plus your spell ability modifier.
Okay,
So we'll see if the
20 plus 6. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
and you snatch it back.
Oh,
The monkey
alright,
is
that-
very
oh, yeah,
upset.
that's what-
Yeah, I don't know why it's rolling in with advantage. I don't want it to do that, but yeah,
mine was a total of 18.
the monkey got a total of 7. So
Oh, okay. Either way,
even just a straight roll on the die, you you pulled ahead on that one. So you snatch it, and your mage hand snatches it, and I'm guessing it's flying towards you. Right.
Yeah, I'm
back
gonna
in
make
hand?
sure the mage hand has a good grip on it, and then
Mhm.
bring it back to me.
And you do so, no problem. The monkey decides it's not worth the hassle and tries to go cause trouble elsewhere.
I will say thank you to my hand as I dismiss it.
Your hand goes and disappears.
And then I grab it, and then I thank you for your service. I'll shake the hand as I dismiss
I
it.
love it. Perfect. So now that's over. Did we agree on the price for the new saddle?
Right. So, sorry, remind me what it was again. We were getting the saddle.
Just the saddle for 200 gold.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The saddle that'll give us like the harnesses and straps and other stuff to carry barrels and whatnot for 200.
Yeah, it's got attachment points. You can see the saddle. There's kind of carabiners, and it looks like the difference between a school backpack and a hiking backpack, but for saddles. You know? You can see there's a clear spot for a second person to ride. There's another clear spot for you to attach a sleeping roll and things like that. Some of the basics.
Okay, so, hey, Yenben, are you willing to go in on this with me? I feel like it'd be super handy.
You're muted right now.
No, our notes just have a whole bunch of my push to talk button. Would this other saddle also have room for the additional saddlebags that he talked about? Or is it just for the extra harness?
Yes, those would definitely be things that you could add on later.
Okay. Do we want to go ask him if he'll do 250 for the utility saddle and the saddlebag?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. I will relay that back to the merchant prince and ask him if he's willing to do that.
Deal.
All right.
And
I
so
guess
he gives it to you, and he has one of his saddle hands give you a quick rundown on how to attach it to the dinosaur effectively, where all the attachment points are, and everything like that.
All right.
Now, this would not work with a cart.
Yeah.
I will say that. So the
all right.
stable hand that goes out and helps you attach everything to the Hadrosaurus immediately recognizes them as banana candy.
Hang on. Before when we get out there, I would be like covering the
lightning bolt that's
the
all
lightning
across its
bolts,
entire
like,
side.
yeah, like with my cloak or something.
Make a deception check.
I still haven't actually dropped money on a counter yet, so there's time.
Yeah, jeepers.
All right.
You're rushing us, man. Just chill.
Well,
He just wants to take my dinosaur away.
I don't think you want to see what happens.
Natural 20. You're 21.
All right. Have you put your money on the counter yet, Yenben?
With Lenora going off to take care of the dinosaur, yes. I will. I am counting out 250 gold pieces.
One at a time.
I was gonna offer you 20 gold as well.
I won the purse for the last one, so I'm okay. I have 250 to cover it.
Okay.
So, but thank you.
All right. So with that, one
money went away real
after
fast.
the 250 gold crosses the counter and is handed to Ifrin, our humble proprietor, not so humble proprietor. Then and only then does he give you the utility saddle, which gives Lenora plenty of time to go and try to either cover it up with her cloak or maybe do something more involved.
I try to be like sneaky. It's like kind of putting like the blanket on a horse before you saddle it.
Okay. Nice. That's a good way to do it. Cool. And
Big lizard, cold-blooded. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you still want to keep some of the sun off. It's still hot. Even for the indigenous creatures. So by the time the saddle hand comes out with the actual saddles and bags, then all is covered. And now I have to actually look up what that carrying capacity would be. Just one moment. Hadrosauruses. I'm going to show to players. Show to everyone. So they have a strength score of 15, but they are large creatures. So they get to carry a lot. Does anybody remember how the encumbrance rules work? I think you get to carry 10 times your strength score. Unless you're a large creature, then it's double.
Something like that. I'll look those up.
Whatever the case, with this saddle equipped, they can carry even more. So we'll figure that out later. This is just me homebrewing stuff, pulling it out of my butt.
Strength score multiplied by 15.
That's for a large creature?
Oh, that's for a regular creature, a medium creature.
All right, fair enough. Strength score multiplied by 15?
No, that's a lie. It was showing you the wrong thing.
That would be
in Google.
150.
Never mind. That was the wrong thing in Google.
Never mind. All right, we'll worry about it later. Make a note, and we'll look up those rules in more detail.
I'll grab it later. I think that was for a large creature. Anyways.
Now you have a new mount ready for travel. And Barbara, you were hanging out with the Hadrosaurus. What were you doing while you were out there?
I'm just gonna go sort of close to it, but not just out of reach of it. And I'm just gonna kind of stand around, kick rocks, and make sure nobody comes by and tries to nick the dino.
Fair enough. So now that the racing stripes are hidden, you can move around much more discreetly without having to worry about Banana Candy getting recognized. There's a... I'm going to say, yeah, while you're kicking rocks and thinking to yourself, there's something bugging you. There's some kind of item that you were supposed to get. Sindra Sylvain gave you specific instructions on what to do before you left Port Nine Zaru.
Was it bug spray?
I feel like I don't remember any of the conversation with Cinder Sylvain because I wasn't listening. I was just
And that
ready
was like
to
a
go.
while ago.
That was
I was ready to
like-
go.
That was session
get to the
one.
bar.
yeah,
yeah.
real
That's like
world
over a
time,
month
session one
ago.
was 5 weeks
Yeah.
ago, Luke.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
know.
all good. I don't think in character. I don't think he would remember, even if it was the same day, because he's
Fair.
not listening. He's just
Probably
thinking
know it was
about all
cotton
the
candy.
creatures, all the creatures he's gonna fight. Yeah.
Fair enough. All
You
the
know,
big dinos.
I think while he's kicking rocks, he is gonna be looking up and down the street though, and just taking note of what's around, seeing what he could spend his 6 gold on. Is there any stores that are nearby that that you could
There's
probably
not
see
a lot of
shop?
stores around this area. A lot of this section is very much dedicated to just livestock and dinosaurs and fitting their needs. For 6 gold, I'm not really sure there's much of anything that you'd be able to get for 6 gold right here, right now.
This is fair.
If you want to go shopping, that'll have to be up in the in area 6, whatever we called that one. That is in the old city. It's in the merchant's ward. It's the Grand Souk. That's probably going to be. That's the common man's marketplace in this city.
Okay, we'll have to make note of that and head up there after they're done their purchasing.
But looking around the street, you do see something that catches your eye. It looks like there is a cistern on one of the roofs that just has a trickle of water going down a water wheel that's powering some kind of mechanism.
Well, how big is the wheel, the water wheel?
It's decently sized. And the fact that it's still turning makes you wonder how much water's in there. And how recently did it rain? Because it hasn't rained since you've gotten here yet.
Can I see where the water is coming from above it?
It's just in basically a water tower that's on top of the building. There's this orange tile roof with a big cloth awning to provide extra shade. And on top of that roof is this cistern with a big funnel to catch rain.
Can I see what the water wheel is turning? Or is that hidden?
It seems to be some kind of internal mechanism, something that's inside the building.
Out of curiosity, is it too big to walk over and stop it turning by hand?
I mean, you could. If you did, it would probably piss off whoever was using it. For all you know, it could be powering somebody's shower or something. Who knows? Or I guess not shower, but maybe Barbara thinks it's powering a shower. I don't know.
I think out of dumb curiosity, Barbara is going to wander over to the water wheel and just start kind of playing with it at first. Maybe like giving it an extra push so it goes
just
a little
trying
bit
to see how
faster.
much resistance there is.
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
All right, let's take a look here.
Yenben comes out of the store and sees Barbara walking over to a water wheel. Oh, fuck.
I would like you to make a strength check and an intelligence check.
Okay, a strength check. And an intelligence.
Low strength check. Pretty low intelligence check.
Yeah, he's kind of fooling around. He's not really putting in effort.
So, the strength check was to see sort of how much force you could put into it to provide resistance. On a DC 25, you would have started to change its sort of mechanics.
Wow, so it's heavy. Okay, yeah.
The intelligence check was to see if you were able to do so safely.
Yeah, it's totally safe.
That was a DC 10.
Oh, good.
Is this like watching Wheel of Fortune, where the old lady spins it
Yeah.
And it gets close to their noggin, and they're about to get brained.
Yep. Thank you, Dane Cook.
So what happens if I do
Kind
spin
of.
it the opposite direction?
So
Try and
you
help it out.
push
Even more
on it,
force.
trying to stop it, and then it pushes you lower, and you readjust your grip to hold it underneath, and your fingers just keep going lower and lower until your fingers get caught.
Oh, oh no.
Roll 1d4.
1d4. Okay, sure.
This is for how many fingers he loses?
2.
All right, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and your hands. And now make another strength check.
Another strength check. Yeah. 25 and
There
20.
we go. And you pull back, and your fingers are free.
Because it's a nat 20, when I pull back, can I just give it an extra wallop of force and just spin it back the other way?
It spins back 1 inch.
Okay, I'll take it.
It's a big wheel. It's essentially kind of, it's not a little thing spinning like this, or even a thing spinning like this. It is as wide as your shoulders.
Okay.
And it is, the diameter of this thing is as long as the building.
Okay.
So,
fair. Well, I think just shaking his hands.
trying to put it under cold water.
A little bit of pain.
Sticks it under the water wheel. No.
He puts it. Yeah, he puts it in and then takes it out. He puts it in and takes it out.
Perfect. There you go. So.
I think I'm gonna turn around and notice Yenben there and put my hands behind my back and go, Yenben, how's the shopping?
What did you do?
Nothing to see here. This wheel, it's mighty strong. The strong of many oxen.
What did you do?
I actually still managed, not to brag, but to move it backwards about an inch. I bet you couldn't do that.
Oh no.
How much did it hurt?
two damage. 2 fingers. 2 finger damage.
Just hold up the red. There's like red scraping on the backs of each of your hands.
He holds up 8 fingers. 2 fingers of damage.
No, you're right. I wouldn't do it.
That's probably for the best. Did you guys get a good deal on the saddle?
Not really.
Did you try giving him a crisp high five?
Well, it worked so well last time.
That man is a horrible man.
Rude.
Horrible.
just from the door, just rude. No, I'm kidding. He didn't hear you say that.
All right. Let's check out this. This saddle that you got for the horse.
The horse. The Horsosaurus.
The Horsosaurus. Sorry, the dinosaur. That's right. It's just because it's a saddle. Saddle make these things horse. And because it neighs.
Yes, it does neigh, so it is a Horsosaurus.
Oh, what have I done? This is my own fault.
This is your own fault. This
Horsaurus banana hammock.
Sorry, can we hear what it sounds like as we make our way back over to the horse, Luke?
I don't have coconuts.
I was gonna say, I can make a dirty joke. I'm not gonna make a dirty joke, but I could make a dirty joke.
How about this? Hold on.
Speak to us.
You sound so
I don't
light
know.
and fluffy.
To anyone listening in the future and your dog going nuts, blame our DM.
Does anyone have the doorbell? Ding dong.
I wasn't sure if that was going to get picked up by my mic or not.
Okay, so there's a cistern readily available across the street that Barbara has now missed the entire plot of going towards. Correct?
We could go. I just have to hide my hands.
All right, you lead, big guy.
Me lead. Okay, onwards. I'll put my hands behind my back.
So you walk up to the door of the rain cistern, is that, or
That's
the door of the building?
We'll go for it. Yeah. And I'm
Sure.
gonna knock, but I'll knock with my head, because my hands are behind my back.
So you do, and
Jenna, please help me.
I don't know what to tell you.
He needs an adult.
I am an adult.
I need an adultier adult.
Can we buy one of those for Miffin?
No, that's called slavery. They frown on that even here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. You will not find a slave trade in Port Nyanzara.
No, I didn't seriously expect one. I was just... Anyway.
My joke just didn't land. It's okay.
Anyway, you walk up, and you open the door, and Barbara, to you, it seems like no one is there.
Hello? Hello? I'm gonna walk
Well,
inside.
look down.
Oh! Oh, you
Hi.
scared me. I think
My
I
name
almost
is
stepped on you
Finn.
there. Oh, how are you, sir?
And you're
Yoo-hoo.
looking down at a white-bearded, shirtless dwarf who seems reasonably young but very professional. They're wearing no shirt. You're pretty sure they're wearing pants, but it's all covered by their apron. They have this leather apron that they've got on top.
Well, hello.
So?
It's nice to meet you. I would shake your hand, but I am currently hiding them because I tried to spin your big wheel outside and I got them caught.
If you're...
If you're trying to hide them, then why did you decide to tell me?
Oh, that's right. Your wheel is very strong.
Well, yeah. It's probably about... It's pretty heavy, at least.
I was only
spins a
able
lot.
to spin it backwards about 1 inch.
Congratulations.
Thank you. What do you do here? This establishment. Sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Finn.
It's very nice to meet you. My name is
Finn
Barbara.
Frostford. It's nice to meet you. And
I
he
reach out
offers
my
a hand. And then
I
he
reach out my
remembers that you
hand.
just said that you were hiding them.
I reach out my hand and I quickly pull it back and hide behind my back. Oh, I'm sorry.
How about a high
Hiding my hands.
five?
Sure. I pull it out and I give them a high five. They are very red.
Yeah, it stings.
Yeah.
It stings because they're already so sore.
Yeah.
But to
this
answer
is
your
my,
question,
this is my adventuring party, by the way. We
Nice
don't
to
have
meet you.
We don't have an adventuring name yet.
Well,
It's nice to meet you, Sven. Is this cistern... Is this public water cistern?
yes. If you need some water, we can give it to you. Do you need barrels too? That's what the water wheel is for. It's for helping us with banding the barrels.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yes, we could definitely use some barrels if we could talk you
Oh.
into that.
So you're more
So-
of a Cooper then.
That's right.
Hmm.
So, this is my cooperage. And if you like, I can give you the barrels for 2 gold each. They hold what is a standard? A standard barrel's 10 gallons, right? I believe.
What kind of bit? Like, how big a barrel are we talking here?
I'm gonna say 10-gallon barrels. Which I
Saying is
think
a
would be
10-gallon
about the same
barrel
as a standard oil drum.
gallons?
No, actually,
No,
standard
no.
oil drum is like 50 to 100 gallons, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, those are massive. So, my mistake.
So, 200
Wow.
liters or 55
I
US
was gonna
gallons.
say, yeah, 1 gallon is
Yeah,
about
55
4
gallons
liters,
is
yeah.
probably a lot. But so I would say you guys could buy a 50-gallon barrel for nice round easy numbers, because you need to drink 2 gallons of water a day. You could get two 50-gallon barrels for a total of about 5 gold.
Now, if there's 5 of us, and that's 50 gallons.
And you each need to drink 2 gallons a day. Or no,
And
it's
that-
8 gallons a day.
No, I thought you said at least 2 gallons a day.
Hold on. No, that's right. I had a half-gallon jug. You needed to drink 8 of those. It is 4 gallons a day. You need to drink 4 gallons a day to avoid the Constitution saving throws on.
That is so much water.
It's hot and it's humid. It's like
Okay, but
the forests of Brazil.
like the 8 glasses of water that we get recommended every day is a lot, and that's 2 liters, which is many less gallons. That alone is, I think, a half gallon. Anyone listening from the States, please help. We can't convert units in our heads.
1 gallon is about
German,
4 liters.
you have experience with this. Do you mind?
Well,
Eight.
if you're talking about liters to gallons, it's I
4.
want to say
Let me
it's
double
closer to 4. Yeah.
4, yeah.
One
So
one
but-
gallon is 3.75 liters.
yeah.
And then you're only supposed to drink, I think, 4 liters a day as a
Well-
regular folk.
If in the game we're trying to drink 4 liters a day, let's do the math. So between 5 of us, that's 20 liters for one day for the group. So if we're going to get out there, how many days are we going to be at a stretch? I mean, maybe Yenben, maybe you can give us some idea of how long we have to go before we can resupply.
It is 2 gallons.
Yenben, how
Okay,
much
2
does
gallons a
it
day per person.
how much does it rain in this jungle? Jungles are kind of rainy biomes, correct?
It rains a lot.
Sometimes.
It
Did you
rains a
say-
lot here.
Is there an apparatus that you sell to capture this and harvest this sky water?
Oh yeah, you could get a rain catcher. Big summer blowout. Yoo-hoo. Sorry. Sorry.
Demonetized. Disney, don't add us.
But yes, you can buy a rain catcher. Each of them. The trade of those is controlled by the merchant prince. Akin Atha. That's not the buying a special item. We want the rain catcher.
Are there any that are
Each rain
on
catcher costs 1 gold and weighs 5 pounds.
are there any that are on a display rack by the door or anything?
Yeah, and you can see that it's that one of those rain catchers can hold up to 8 gallons. And Sven informs you that sorry, hold on. It is a simple contraption consisting of a 5-foot square leather tarp and a wooden frame with legs. When the tarp is stretched out across the wooden frame, It forms a basin that can catch 2 gallons of drinking water per inch of rainfall and holds up to 8 gallons. The tarp and wooden frame fold up for easy transport, and the whole apparatus costs 1 gold.
Can I try and steal one?
No,
No, I can't even try.
Fair enough.
it's 1 gold, dude. Is it worth it?
Right.
Maybe.
All right,
Well, So
make a sleight of hand check.
All right, we'll
You're
do.
so good at sleight of hand, right?
Oh no, probably not. Not at all.
I'm gonna stop using these online dice because they're betraying me.
I don't even think you have to roll. I got a 6.
No, I'll still roll. I'll still roll. I can't get into this bag though. Well, these are all my Outbreak Undead dice. There aren't any d20s in there. Where did all my d20s go? Fine, I'll use the digital dice.
So I'll just go and try and
Dead
grab
even.
one.
So his
Hold it
perception
back.
meets it, which means he beats it. What are you doing? Are you trying to steal a rain catcher?
Oh
They're
yes.
1 gold.
Oh, my apologies. I guess
Just
you caught
take
me
it. I'm not
red-handed.
fighting you.
I'll hand it back and I'll give him some gold for it.
For you, 2
I'll give
gold.
I'll give him 2 gold. I'll give him 2 gold.
All right.
Yes. There you go.
as you can see, they're so good at making friends.
Yeah,
Well,
y'all are starting to get
it
a
was
reputation.
it was
at this
worth
point.
a try, but
Or you're gonna if you're not careful.
yeah, you did catch me. You did get me.
Right.
Red-handed.
We need 2 barrels at 2 gallons apiece, 20 gallons a day total. That's 10 days, basically.
If you got 2 50-gallon
No.
barrels,
No, hang on, that's 4 days. Math is hard.
I will
4
give
days
you
and change. 250-gallon barrels. I'm rounding up
Mhm.
so that we have a spare day, but that would get us 4 days without rain. Is it really 2 gallons a day? Jeez.
I will
Okay.
give you. I'll give you 4 more gold for 4 more rain catchers.
Great.
Perfect.
you
So I got
can-
5 rain catchers for 6.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So we'll have, when you're in the rainforest, once you're actually in the forest proper, once you're in the jungle proper, whenever you take a long rest, we will roll for rainfall.
Wait, Nora. Do you have druids? Do druids have the ability to make water? Yes.
I do, yeah. I can create about 10 gallons of water.
Okay. We might want to consider
How often?
how often.
Well, it takes a spell slot, whatever
do
that
10?
is, to do 10. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So that's just burning a spell slot every day has you covered. But one of the downsides of that is it burns a spell slot every day. Which is then a spell slot that you just can't use on other stuff. Which is fine, but still.
Yeah, and as we level up, every higher spell slot I use, it gets another 10 gallons.
Nice. That's cool. Well, before you go, I definitely recommend going and getting yourselves some insect repellent as well. Those bugs will
Okay.
mess you up too.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Who's monitoring the dinosaurs inventory?
That is up to you.
I will.
Thank you. 2 barrels of water, please.
2 50-gallon barrels.
2 50-gallon barrels.
And where would we find the bug spray, did you say?
That would be in the... That's not bug spray. That would be in the Grand Souk.
Okay. Maybe we can go after and I can pick that up.
So we've exchanged goods. You've bought the rain catchers. You've bought the barrels. Last chance to dispute any of that? All good? Everyone's happy?
I test the water in the barrels just to be sure it's not brackish, because trust issues.
It tastes like water.
Perfect. We go.
Yeah, so Sven says, "Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure doing business with most of you."
Thanks, just
And
fan.
he shoots daggers at you. And away you go. Off. So where do you want to go?
Wherever sells us bug spray.
Yes.
Off
let
to
us
the
go.
Grand Souk.
All right. How do I spell souk?
Number 6.
S-O-U-K.
Ah.
As you wander through the streets, this is basically all the way on the other side of the city. All the way north. If you're looking at the map, it is... I have too many things open right now. It is number 6 on your map. And as you walk through, you see a number... You see the plant life in this city is relentless. And there are vines that crawl up every building and plants that spring up between every brick. The roads are primarily cobblestone and flagstone paths. And these plants require constant maintenance to keep them from honestly outright destroying some buildings if it were totally unattended. These great big walls have awnings sticking from them to give the guards shade as they walk by. Or as you walk by the guards, rather. And eventually, you get into the merchant ward, and you find yourself at the Grand Souk, where you will, in the Grand Souk, you see so many different places. It is immense. It is loud. There are traders up and down the street, and they come from all over, all up and down the Sword Coast, from Baldur's Gate to Waterdeep to you name it, and it's there. There's dinosaur skulls and claws. There's iron tools and weapons, tiger pelts, carved ivory, Batiri and Grung handiwork, colored feathers, tropical fruit. There's monkeys. There's plesiosaur meat and other meats from animals you've never heard of, and all of other riches of Chult. The other thing you notice is for every merchant, there seems to be 2 guards, not posted at any stall in particular, but just circulating.
That's a lot of guards.
But for every merchant, there's probably 20 or 30 people, shoppers. There's just as many dinosaurs as there are merchants moving through the space, dragging carts doing work. As you look around, eventually you find a stall that is selling insect repellent.
Yay.
Great,
Can
we buy it.
can I quickly do like a medicine check to make sure it's good stuff and it'll work?
Go for it. Ooh, 17. So there are two types of insect repellent. Which one are you interested in buying? There's one version that is a block of incense that sells for 1 silver piece. And when lit, it burns for 8 hours and repels normal insect within a 20-foot radius around the center of it. Sorry, within a 20-foot radius centered on that incense. The other option is a vial or salve, which sells for 1 gold. Each vial contains 20 applications of odorless grease. 1 application protects its wearer against normal insects for 24 hours. The salve is waterproof, so it does not wash off in rain. One thing I would like to note from our first episode is when you helped Barbara recover from, what was it? Silver shiver fever, I think it was? Shiver fever?
The shivering fever.
Yeah.
Shivering sickness, sorry.
Shivering sickness, thank you. The most common cause for that is, or the easiest prevention of shivering sickness is but with appropriate application of insect repellent.
Well, I think, okay, so basically, if each one does like 25, you said each.
20. Oh, we lost you. Are you?
Oh, is that better now?
It is.
Okay, so if each unit gives us 20 applications, that's basically everybody for 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I should get. I feel like I should get a few of them. Like if I could get 3 or 4 of them.
Sorry,
at
how
least
long?
have
How long did it last? The one that was rub.
The salve lasts for 24 hours.
That one's 20 applications.
It's 20 applications. So basically, you put it on in the morning every day, and you're good to go.
Should we just get like 5 of those?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Okay.
I think if we get like 4 or 5 of those, and then we each just wear it, and maybe we get a couple incenses back up in case we need some extra oomph at night.
Yeah, in
But
case we find someone as well.
in case we what, sorry?
In case we find someone as well, we don't want to use our, if we have a big group of people that we find in a cave or something and we're trying to escort them out.
Yeah, that could help. Yeah, so maybe I can buy 5 of each then. So that'd be 5 gold and 5 silver.
No, just 5 gold. Oh, 5 of each? Yeah, that would be 5 gold, 5 silver. Sorry. And as you're discussing this, the merchant says, "So, I notice you are riding a hadrosaur. Would you like to purchase some to protect your hadrosaur as well?"
As the local, do the dinosaurs generally need these
Make
kinds
a
of
nature
things?
check.
Or are we getting fleeced here?
Can I get in on that one too?
Sure.
15.
Mm-hmm.
21.
So, Yinben, you're somewhat suspicious, but not super familiar with dinosaur physiology. Whereas, Lenora, you're very sure this guy is trying to fleece you into just buying extra vials of the stuff.
I'll just politely look at him and go, "No, thanks. Thanks for asking, though."
All right. Fair enough. You exchange goods, and is there anything else I can get for you? Knives, daggers, cooking utensils, pots and pans, sleeping gear.
Pots and pans.
I have a pot.
Would we
Oh.
in our adventurers kit?
Whatever you have in your starting supplies. It'd be based on whatever you have from your background.
Okay.
I guess we would need more rations too.
Food rations are a
Rations.
good idea.
Tents, stuff like that.
Great. I'll have to look up the prices for all those things, but I'll just say that you find what you need. We'll figure that out offline. But the big things are you got water, which is the most important thing. You got insect repellent, which is the second most important thing. And you stole a dinosaur, which, never mind, that's the most important thing.
Didn't steal anything
He came with us.
willingly.
Is there anything else you'd like to do before turning in for the night? There was discussion about leaving in the morning. And you have a place lined up to stay the night at the Thundering Lizard.
I think I'm ready to sleep.
Yeah, I think calling it a night and heading out early tomorrow.
Are we
All right.
going to pick up a guide tomorrow morning? Or-
Well, I think by the sounds of it, Yenben, you seem to know the area quite well. You've been in the jungle.
Certain parts of it, yes.
do you feel comfortable leading us out there on our quest?
Well, Mordai filled me in on a little bit of what's going on with your quest, so I'm sure I could manage.
Now we did talk about the other person that we met who was looking for someone to help him out and would go farther as a guide. When we were, did we want to? Did we still want to try to help him out with his side adventure, or did we want to just go ahead and get moving?
I'm open to either.
I don't have the full story, but it feels like it should help people out.
This-
Balance our karma from things we may or may not have done.
Was it this man had an infestation in his village?
Of fire newts, I believe.
Yes, I think it was the Newts, and he had offered to take us to help us out if we could help him out with his Newts.
Yeah, he would help us out for free.
His name
I'm gonna
is
look around
Mushrib,
the house.
albino dwarf.
How scary are fire newts? I've heard of one of them.
You don't know?
I don't know. DM, how scary are fire newts? I've heard of those, haven't I?
Make a history check.
Could I do a survival since I've been living in the area?
Sure, I'll allow it. Bit of a stretch, but ooh, 19 history. Let me just double check something here.
I mean, if I can go survival as well, that's a 27.
I mean, you've already got the you've both got 19, so
I'll take it.
I'll give you decent numbers, decent info on that. I will say with those history checks, you would know that even with these dwarves' sophisticated arms and armor, they have been struggling to remove these fire newts for a while. Several years.
Do we know how big they are?
Give me a moment to find out.
Okay.
I gotta look it up. Fire newt. Nothing turned up. Roll 20, you have failed me.
I mean, I guess my question is it or shoot.
They are working the forges. So they're small creatures. They are intelligent. Not as intelligent as dwarves and things like that, but what you would know with your 19 history is that the fire newts moved in and put the forge to work crafting armor and weapons for themselves.
Oh, these aren't like a critter infestation. These are like kobolds.
They're closer to elementals.
Goody.
And they're sentient. Cool.
Well,
So they just forced out. Sorry, just remind us. They were forcing out the dwarves out of the mine.
They forced the dwarves out of the place is called Hrakhamar, and it was a dwarven settlement and forge place where they did a great amount of trade, essentially, with the surrounding areas in ages past.
so I'm gonna guess there's quite a few of these newts. Because if they're not as smart as the dwarves, they're probably pretty numerous.
That's a pretty safe assumption.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned it at the time, but I'm pretty sure. But I'll say that Musharib would have mentioned that he has. There are 4 other albino dwarves that are closer to Hrakhamar that have been trying to organize and have been skirmishing against these newts, attempting to oust them. But they've been too numerous for the 4 of them to handle on their own.
So, out of character question,
Mhm.
to the group, which would we rather do? Like, do we want to dive straight into the main story and start? Because we don't actually really know where we're looking for this. And much of this continent this peninsula is not well mapped.
So, I can, because you've met Musharib, I will show you where Hrakhamar is. And it is all of the way on the other side of the map. So, if you look at the left side of the map, there's Jahaka Bay. And below that is the Kobold Mountains, and you see those... I need to bring you guys over to the map. Sorry.
Yes, please.
A moment. There we go. Let me know when it's loaded.
Yeah.
All right. So on the west coast... Oh, yeah, we're waiting on... All right. So on that west coast, we have Jahaka Bay. Just south of that is the Kobold Mountains, with the volcanoes spewing smoke. That's where Hrakhamar is in the Kobold Mountains.
That's far.
So on
And
the one,
where are we? Sorry.
no, please go ahead.
And where are we trying to go?
You don't know yet.
We were set down and told to go find stuff.
The closest that Sindra Sylvain has been able to triangulate the source of this death curse is somewhere in Chult.
How long does it take to move through each hexagon again?
Normally, baseline just 1 day. If you really want to push it, you can move faster, or you can move faster by river if you have canoes.
Do we know where the was the mine the one that was in the volcano area, or was it the
Hrakamar is less of a mine and more of a forge.
forge? Oh, that's the forge. Okay, that's so far.
Yeah. You could also charter a ship to sail you around the coast.
This is gonna take us forever.
Yeah.
We don't even have money to charter a ship.
Remember
just
when I was
spent
telling
all
you
on
guys,
stuff.
oh man, this module is so huge, I don't even know what to prep for you guys in a given session? This is why.
Fair.
All right, can we go back to the dinosaur racing?
Yeah, let's just keep doing that.
Right?
Yeah. Although it also occurs to me, like, if we're gonna travel like that, just out of character, we need experience. We're all level 1 and squishy.
It would
Yep.
be totally valid for all of you to just roam the forests for a little while and get some random encounters in. Run if you get into trouble, kill things for XP and loot if you can. Maybe loot some locations. Also, Musharib is the first guide that you talk to, and almost every guide has some quest that they would be willing to offer you in exchange of waiving, and they would waive their services if you do that quest for them. Almost all of them.
Should we, while we're in the tavern tonight, just see if there's anyone that wants to give us quests for gold as well?
Yeah, or just
Like
general.
advertise.
Yeah,
Yep.
our part.
general.
Yeah.
questions.
That could be a good idea.
Also, quick question, Luke. What the little like shovel and pickaxe on the maps?
Mm-hmm.
The little symbols.
Mhm.
On the maps. What are those? Are those mines? Are those?
They look like mines to
Excite-
me.
Okay.
They're part of the map.
Okay.
Oh, I messed something up. Never mind. Not playing with that.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to talk with those guides again, and just like if it takes us across the map. By the time we get across the map, we will not be level 1 anymore.
Also true.
We this guy's not asking us to go walk for a day and fight an army. So
No, we're talking, if you want to go walk all the way to Hrakamar, if you just straight up walk, oh gosh, that's 50 days.
also this river that runs by this river's Soshenstar. I'm
Mhm.
never gonna say that right again. That is
got
a
pretty
freshwater river, right?
Correct?
Maybe we stay near it if we're traveling for a while. That way we can keep our water supplies up.
Make
not
a
have to-
survival check.
Well, okay. That is a nat 20 for 28.
There's a reason why the people at Port Nyanzaru drink rainwater, even though there are 2 rivers that feed right on either side of it.
This is the deadly version of fresh water.
So fresh water, but not drinkable water.
Got it.
In fact,
Damn.
I'll give this to you. The River Soshenstar further upstream is the Aldani Basin, which essentially it's a big lake a collection of lakes that water pools in first before flowing down that river.
Okay.
So, and they are very slow moving rivers.
Right. Oh, okay. So this is brackish water.
Yeah.
So then I guess verisimilitude question.
Mhm.
Could we filter this and boil it and make water in a pinch?
Purified food and drink would be your best bet. You might be able to boil it. Wouldn't recommend it.
I have purified food and drink.
I think we're okay.
but that's more spell slots. Right? Not saying don't do it, but
Maybe not rely on it, but
yeah,
if we need it in a jam.
exactly.
Beats the hell out of dying of dehydration.
Beats the hell out of dying of dysentery too, or
Fair
mad
enough.
monkey
Yeah.
fever.
I think we better keep our druid well taken care of here. We're relying on her.
You know, a cleric in this module might not be able to cast Revivify, but they're still going to be really useful.
So's a druid, though.
So's a druid. Exactly.
Ideally, all of us. We all want to be useful here. Everyone is valid.
Everybody has their role. We've got our rangers for the survival. We've got our druid for the survival. We've got the barbarian for their survival.
We've got one sorcerer to try to light some stuff on fire.
There you
And
go.
I'm here.
Warlock also for DPS. We're good.
Hard to kill, hard to find, hard to snag. Kills everything in sight. Also kills everything in sight. It's great.
So, I think we're getting a little late now. Maybe it's just about time to start wrapping up the session. Maybe just decide what we want to do next, bookmark it, so we know, so I know what to prep for next session.
Well, do we want to take we have a little bit of time. Do we want to see if there's any quests, and that might help us?
So, before you spend the night in the tavern, you want to network a little bit, meet the guides, and look for quests to make some dough?
Yeah.
Maybe just to find stuff that's nearby instead of going all the way across the map. That will take us a month.
Yeah, because we have some supplies, but we can't cover 50 days yet, right? We're not ready for that.
I say, like, if we're just going around nearby, why don't we just use Yenben's knowledge and just go out, and then we don't need to worry about that so far?
If we have a quest, we can earn the reward from it
Mm.
if we do complete it.
As long
Well,
as
we
it's
could-
close.
We could see what's available and then decide. I mean, I agree if we don't want to go super far.
I will tell you right now the regions that Yenben is familiar with. He would be familiar with everything south of the Mistcliff Mountains and north of the River Tath. The River Tath and the River Soshenstar their sources are both close to the Eldani Basin. More or less that line, exactly.
So the stuff kind of on the way to Harakmar. Ish. Out of the way of it, but there-ish.
Harakmar is further south, but that would definitely be a route you could take to Harakmar. Points of interest that may be, since you know that they're looking for the Deathmonger, points of interest that might be valid to check out would be any temples in the area. You know of, and I'm going to give you a chance to write these down, the Temple of Orolunga, Orolunga, the lost city of Mbala, Mbala, and one other location you would probably be hesitant to share with your party members. I will tell you later in a Discord message. Also Yell Yark, but you probably don't want to walk right through there. So, for next session, are we leaning more towards wander into the jungle or stay in town and do questy stuff?
Well, I think for this session, we are looking at stay in town and do questy stuff, and then next session, wander as little distance as we can to make money.
Well, I'm thinking of wrapping up the session right away. So I'm talking next session. Do we want to make sure to spend that extra time in town?
Sure.
We'll meet
I think so,
some
yeah.
of the guides, look for quests.
I think that's the census.
All right. Sounds good. I will make sure to prep that for next time. Any final thoughts before we wrap up for the day? Anything for the viewers at home?
We got a dinosaur!
Yes,
We got a
that's right.
dinosaur!
Yay!
And on that note, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night, and take care.